Yo, it's your boy, Mark K. Smith. Make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe. Also, follow me on AKIS NBA on social media. Wherever you have a social media app or device, follow your boy on AKIS NBA. Because always talking about the NBA, we talking about the WNBA, talking about all hoops. And let's get it on and popping. Once again, make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe so you can always be up to date when I'm doing these live streams talking about the game of basketball. And the Los Angeles Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs just gave us a epic first game for in their bracket for group play for the NBA Cup. LeBron James, Victor Wembanyama was a great watch, and I will say the San Antonio Spurs are a much better team than they were last year due to the fact that I just feel like they have a little bit more talent. Also, Chris Paul, the addition of actually having a true point guard that knows how to get players into spots and also get Victor Wembanyama easy and open looks. Also, the pick and roll, pick and pop with Victor Wembanyama is very, very lethal with those two, as well as the drafting of Stephon Castle, who had 22 points and 5 assists this game. He plays with a lot of pace. I love his game, knows how to score, also knows how to pass as well. He and Victor Wembanyama is going to be the future for the San Antonio Spurs. And Stephon Castle reminds me a lot like SGA, a calm hooper, plays within the flow of the offense, can go and get you a bucket when you need him to. Also understands like he doesn't have to really force shots. He's very efficient for his age. He is going to be a solid player for the San Antonio Spurs. Once again, Stephon Castle and Victor Wembanyama are the future of this franchise, and that was the perfect pick for Victor Wembanyama because he does a lot of great things. He can score in a variety of different ways. Once again, Stephon Castle is a calm hooper on the basketball court, never in a hurry, but always on time. And the Los Angeles Lakers, Anthony Davis, LeBron James was special. LeBron James, I'm running out of words to describe how great LeBron James is. In year 22, LeBron James is still dominating, is still looking like a top 10 to 15 player. And some nights he can be the best basketball player on any given possession. That's how lethal LeBron James is. Year 22, LeBron James is still doing the impossible and still breaking records and still looking like a top 10 basketball player in the world. And once again, on any given possession on the basketball court, he can be the best player on the court when he's playing against an opposing team. He's very, very special. 4 consecutive triple doubles. It's a record that I didn't even think LeBron James. I thought LeBron James had way more triple doubles consecutively than he's had. But watching this game and learning that, this is only the 4th time in LeBron James' career where he's had consecutively triple doubles across the board. I'm like, this is crazy. Because, when you think of LeBron James, think of a player that's had so many records. And the fact that he's only had 4 consecutive triple doubles in a row, it's like, that's kind of crazy. And then tonight he was on his Jason Kidd, his Magic Johnson, his Ray John Rondo with 15 points, 12 assists, 16 rebounds, the low tier triple doubles, I like to call them, but still a factor, still dynamic, but they're not like the triple doubles that we've come accustomed to seeing in the modern game of basketball. But LeBron James was still special. We're talking about in year 22, still breaking records, still dominating, still looking like a top 10 basketball player in the world. Is the most complete basketball player in the history of the game. Regardless of you want to talk about the skill set component of the game of basketball, LeBron James is still skilled. He's still lethal. He does things more efficiently than some of your favorite basketball players, and there's no move on the basketball court that LeBron James can't do. That's the thing when everybody talks about skill set, when a lot of times skill set is aesthetically pleasing to the eye of the beholder. But for a skill set is something as simple as, can you score and get a bucket without making 5-6 moves? Can you be dominant and get to your spot and be ambidextrous in scoring with the left or right hand? It's so many various aspects when we talk about skill set. But for us, a complete basketball player, an all-around game, an all-around player, LeBron James is the most complete basketball player we have ever seen in the game of basketball. That's why he's the only player in history that I know that can play 1 through 5 on the basketball court, played in multiple eras, doing so, as well as guard 1 through 5 defensively. He's the most complete basketball player this world has ever seen. That's why, in my eyes, he is the GOAT. And Victor Wembanyama, watching Victor Wembanyama play, he is the future. He is extremely special, and he's still figuring things out. Victor Wembanyama, he had 28 points, 12 rebounds, I believe, and he shot 4 for 13 from the three-point line. And I know a lot of people are going to say they want him to get in the post more, but if you look at his shot chart in the game, it was very balanced. He had half his shot attempts that were kind of outside the 15 range and 3 points and beyond. And he also had some of his shots in the paint as well. But the thing about Victor Wembanyama is he's still figuring out his game and trying to figure out the player that he wants to be. But it seems like him being a Kevin Durant disciple, he's choosing more to be more of a Kevin Durant type of player for us, the fadeaways, coming off screens, the pick and pops, and shooting threes and shooting jumpers, which is fine. But for him to reach his full potential and potentially have like this GOAT, trajectory, like some people have said that he was going to have coming out of France, he's going to have to learn how to dominate and get in the post more. Whether that's putting on more muscle, getting more mass, being comfortable with banging and being more physical. All that will probably come with time. But as of right now, he's still figuring out what type of player he wants to be. And as of right now, he's more of a player that's shooting jump shots. But the only thing about it is he's 7'4". So it's like you have a 7'4" player that's shooting a lot of jump shots. It's like you want him to be in the post, dominating the post, dunk over little defenders and things of that nature. But I feel like that's going to come. But right now, he's just figuring out the type of player that he wants to be. Great things take time. Rome wasn't built in one day. The Great Wall of China wasn't built in one day. And for Victor Wembanyama, his career is not going to be made up of the complete basketball player that he's going to be over the span of 2 years. So give him time to figure out what type of basketball player he wants to be. And I feel like the San Antonio Spurs and Victor Wembanyama are still both trying to figure out what's the best direction for him to go in. And Anthony Davis is looking like 40 points, 12 rebounds. Anthony Davis is looking like the best two-way player in the world. And I know people are going to say Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I want to tell you folks that Giannis Antetokounmpo, this ain't the same type of Giannis defensively that we've seen in 2020 to 2022. Giannis is a great defensive player, always been a great help side defender as well as rim protector at times, but he's no Anthony Davis who can do help side, rim protect, as well as switch on to opposing guards and guard on the perimeter at times as well. That's why, to me, Anthony Davis right now is looking like the best two-way player in the world and has an early MVP case so far this season with the Los Angeles Lakers. And shout out to JJ Redick and shout out to just this Los Angeles Lakers team for really buying in so far early on in the season. And they're winning the games that they're supposed to win. Even though the Spurs are a young, up-and-coming team, if you're a good team and you have playoff aspirations and deep run aspirations in the playoffs, you have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And the Los Angeles Lakers beat the San Antonio Spurs, which is a team that they are supposed to beat. And Reeves and Connect combined for 7 threes. Rui Hachimura didn't play. I like D'Angelo Russell coming off the bench with the Los Angeles Lakers because it gives him more opportunity to have the ball in his hands. It's because he's a pick and roll type of player, as well as I love the Los Angeles Lakers running more sets. They run the Hornets actions are favorite, like set to run, especially when we're talking about in clutch situation, because it gives them so much player movement and also so much different actions of where that they can go and try to score from. JJ has really incorporated a lot of great things for the Los Angeles Lakers, and everybody is bought in. And that's what you love to see. And that's something you didn't see last year with Darvin Ham at the helm of being the Los Angeles Lakers head coach. Anthony Davis, once again, best two-way player in the world right now, 40 points, 12 rebounds, does so many great things offensively. He's averaging 30 with no threes, pretty much. And I know he was hitting a couple threes tonight, but he's averaging 30 points with no threes. And I'm not just talking about the run up and down, attack the paint, half court drive type of play style. Anthony Davis is shooting mid-range jump shots, getting around the rim, doing a lot of great things on the basketball court, really showcasing his full arsenal. And when his three-point shot is on and he is making those jumpers from deep, he's really, truly unstoppable, unguardable to go along with the ability to help be a great help side defender, rim protect, and also switch on the perimeter and guard opposing guards. The Los Angeles Lakers, they're doing well. They're playing well. And I'm very excited to see what the Los Angeles Lakers can potentially be. I'm also very excited to continue to watch the San Antonio Spurs and see what Castle can continue to do, as well as Victor Wembanyama, if he's going to figure out and continue to figure out what type of player he wants to be. And I know I'm kind of old school, but seeing a 7'4" player not be in a post is a little like an eyesore at times. But once again, Victor Wembanyama is super young, and he wants to showcase his bag and his arsenal, which is great. But you're 7'4", you got to get in the post a little bit, and you got to kind of like dominate and get easy and open looks, because I love him taking jump shots. I love him taking threes, but 4 for 13 for the three-point line, taking 13 threes is a lot for a player that's 7'4". But once again, this is a modern game of basketball, and Victor Wembanyama's kind of like size and his agility and the way he moves on the basketball court, he doesn't really move like a big man, if that makes sense. But for his offensive package, he needs to continue over the course of his career, which I'm sure he will, learn how to get in the post and dominate in the post, and learn how to position himself for the high-low, and especially when he gets mismatched with small guards up under the basket. Sometimes he can't even hold off those smaller guards or smaller wing players when he has that position in the post. And it's not, and we can't sit up and say, well, the San Antonio Spurs don't have the right guards to get him the ball and things of that nature. This year, they have players that can get him the ball and that can get him when he gets to those spots and hit him with the right reads and things of that. But he has to hold down the paint more and be more physical and aggressive when he has that position. And that's part of the reason why he feels more comfortable shooting threes and fadeaways and mid-range shots instead of being in the post, because he doesn't have that strength and that muscle mass yet. But once again, that will probably come over the course of time. But the NBA Cup, the Mariners Cup, has been special so far. And I know I wasn't really a big fan. A lot of people wasn't really a big fan of the idea, but it makes the regular season matter. These games that the Cup games have been on have all been fire games, fire outcomes, and you just can tell that the players are into it more because it's something that's on the line. Regardless of these guys being millionaires or not, when more money is on the line, you have an opportunity to get more money, most people gonna show up and compete and play hard. It's like you doing a pickup game. Pickup game is fun. Go to LA Fitness, you hooping, you playing with your boys on the street, in the park, you doing all that stuff. But then somebody said, all right, we're gonna play for $100. You're gonna play a little harder. You're gonna go a little, you're gonna do things a little bit more aggressive. You're gonna want to play to win because you want that money at the end of the day. So once again, it's your boy Mike Smith. Make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe. I am gone, man. Peace.